Hi guys. Well, it has been a long time. Like, it's been what, like 4 years or something? Um, I shut down my channel about 4 years ago. I didn't like delete the videos or anything, they're just all privatized. I was having trouble with the landlord of the apartment that I was in the videos, and so I ended up, she was looking for me on YouTube for some reason. I have no idea why, but I was having so many problems that I really didn't want her to know, like, the ins and outs of me, and I had a lot of information on there. So I just kind of privatized it, closed it down, and just kind of moved on. But I loved doing YouTube videos. My videos were never the greatest, but I loved doing it. It was so much fun, and it gave me an outlet, but it also gave me connection to the wider community. So it was really good. This is Gwynnie. See her butt. This is a better angle for you, baby. So anyway, yeah, a lot has changed. Like, so I live in a different province. I'm in a beautiful apartment. I'm in a condo, which, like, I didn't pay for it. I'm renting it like an apartment. I have a balcony, like, just over there. I have this big kitchen that I could put my dining room table back in, because the apartment that I was in during the last videos and the apartment after that you guys never saw because I wasn't doing videos, I couldn't have a dining room table because the apartments were so small. So this one's big. The dining room table's in another room. I have 2 bedrooms, which is always good because I like having a second bedroom for storage, and I kind of turn it into like this little, like, there's a desk in there, which is broken. I can't use it, but the thought that counts. That's where I'll, like, go in on, like, my desk when I get one that I can actually sit at. And I have, like, a bunch of art stuff set up in there. So yeah, I really like having the 2 rooms. However, the rooms are big enough that I could probably put a lot of that stuff in my own room and have a roommate, but I don't like roommates, so there's that. However long I can manage to stay here is going to be dependent upon whether or not I find another job. So what has changed? Well, 5 years, I mean, a lot's changed. So yeah, I live in the new province. The reason being, like, I graduated in May of 2019, so I have my Master of Divinity now. I'm still working on my Master of Arts. It's all done except for the thesis. So once I finish the thesis, then I'll graduate with that as well. I'm almost through the ordination path. I think I mentioned before that I was on the ordination path. I still have, like, I already did my year of mentoring. The only thing I have left is to do, like, a history and polity course, which should be simple enough if I get to it. I should use this pandemic as an excuse to do it. And then I have to go through, like, the examination board, and that can be kind of intimidating, where they ask you a bunch of questions, and then once I get through that, then they'll, like, recommend me or not for ordination. I'm Baptist, so I mean, it goes through, like, the church and stuff, kind of votes on it, and so it's quite a process. So anyway, I'm almost done that. I think 4 years ago I wasn't anywhere. No, I wouldn't have mentioned the ordination process, because 4 years ago I was barely even, like, into like, religion at all. Like, and I'm not, like, a fundamentalist. I'm still a lesbian. Like, I'm not a fundamentalist at all. I'm very liberal. I'm very open. I couldn't care less what religion you are. So I got my dream job here, which is why I moved here. My dream job is doing spiritual care and chaplaincy kind of thing. So I was working at a hospital in this city, and I lost the job, which is very unfortunate, which is why however long I stay here is dependent on whether I get another really good job, because that was a really good paying job. If I get a job at Walmart or something, I can't afford to live here. So I would have to move. which I find very distressing in itself. I hate moving. It's not even like once I move and I'm there, I'm fine. But the act of moving, packing, and then I can't handle that. So anyway, I'm just hoping that all works out, that I can stay here. Yeah, I lost the job. It was wrongful dismissal, so I'm not going to go into too many details because it is going through human rights, and I don't really know how much I should divulge on that, except for I was discriminated against due to mental illness. I've talked about mental illness on here before. So when I started this channel, I entitled it My Vegan Journey, and I did some like vlogtobers and stuff like that, but it was largely about my vegan journey. And then I kind of changed the name from My Vegan Journey to my name, Susan Joanne, and I did that to kind of like take a tiny little twist. I'm still going to do a tiny little twist again, because I had a lot of fun doing like the vlogging, doing the grocery hauls and what I eat in a day, and I'm still going to do some of those. But I'm also going to include some stuff on mental health, because that's a huge factor for me right now. It's totally changed my life or influenced my life. And healing and self-discovery, that kind of stuff. So just so you know, I'm going to do some videos on mental health very soon, because it has really impacted everything, especially since November. For the entire month of November, I was in the hospital, and that was the reason why I lost my job. I was in the psychiatric unit. I was in a different hospital because I wouldn't go to my hospital. And once they found out, they deemed me incompetent, and that's not true. I had medical documentation saying that I was fully fit to go back to work, even with the knowledge, like my doctor knew what I did and knew what it entailed, and she said that I was fully fit to return. And they literally, in my first shift back, 5 minutes in, and that's not an exaggeration, they fired me. So it was devastating, because that job gave me so much purpose and so much meaning. So I crashed again and went into a depression. Like, it was so challenging for me. Anyway, ironically, I did. So I'm from Nova Scotia, and I live in the neighboring province now. And ironically, I did get a job back in Nova Scotia. I can commute there, so it's okay. It's similar to spiritual care, but it's not exactly spiritual care. I mean, it is in a way, but there's more to it. It's more focused. It's like, so a lot of what I'm doing is advanced care planning for patients, and I'm only working 8 hours a week, which is really all I'm allowed to work now. And the job here is only 8 hours. So it's not enough to sustain me, but I do like it. I will like it more once this pandemic is over and I can actually like visit patients, go to their homes. But I lost my train of thought. That happens a lot still. Oh yeah, but I don't want to move back to Nova Scotia. I love Nova Scotia. I'm Nova Scotian through and through. My family is back in the valley. Like my creative family, I miss them so much. My church is back there. I feel like that was the hardest thing for me to leave, because they have been so supportive and so kind and welcoming to me. And I did like my placement there and stuff like that. So that was the hardest thing for me to leave, and not having that here. I can't go to a Baptist church here, because there are no Baptist churches here that welcome lesbians. Like I have no church here. So I'm really missing that a lot. But I just spent a lot of time and effort transferring everything over here that I really don't want to transfer it all back right now. And the main reason also is that my healthcare is here, my mental health care. I should have been probably hospitalized as a teenager back in Nova Scotia, and they wouldn't do it. It didn't matter how much was wrong with me, how much I begged, they wouldn't do it. Here I go in the first day totally distressed, in crisis mode, and they admit me right away, and I've been having help ever since. Sometimes it wasn't pleasant. I was traumatized in the hospital at one point. I probably will do a separate video talking about the hospitalization because some people get triggered by it, so I won't put it here. But overall, I got the care that I needed, like, in the ongoing care that I'm still getting now that I'm not in the hospital. I won't get that back in Nova Scotia if I go. There's Merlin. Can you hear him? Yeah. He's fine. He sounds distressed, but he's fine. So anyway, I'm gonna stay, and I'm gonna start working on some videos. I'm gonna try learning how to edit better to make them better quality. They'll probably never be great, but you know, I'm gonna do my darndest. And I am really looking forward to reconnecting with some of you. I'm gonna do some videos very soon about like the mental health reasons why I've been struggling so much, because it's such a big part of my life right now. And I did a couple videos before, like on binge eating. I'll put that one back up. But I don't really have binge eating per se. I'll get into that more. And like even my depression's more complicated. Like there's just so much to it. So I'll put that all in another video. And I will open up some of my old videos. I'm gonna look through them. Not all of them need to be reopened. Some of them are like, they don't need to be seen again. But I will open up probably all of the what I eat in a day in the grocery hauls, and maybe some of the other ones, which is me talking. So anyway, I really hope, like I said, to reconnect with some of you again. And I hope you are all staying safe and healthy during this pandemic. Bye guys.